We all love unboxings and equipment reviews and all of those things. I'm not immune to that myself. Hello, my name is Robert Higgins and I am a filmmaker. Normally we'd be doing one of our cinema challenge series, but we decided we're going to expand our channel this time around and we're going to do some things that we've never done before. So we're going to do our first review on this channel. So we're doing reviews and we're going to start with our first one of an inexpensive little piece of equipment that we stumbled across in sort of our trying to create a equipment list that will not break your budget. The unfortunate thing if you're going to be shooting on a mobile phone is that you can't really rent any of your equipment. Unlike traditional cameras, there are plenty of places, you know, like Lens Pro to go or our favorite lens rentals. In terms of mobile technology, you're pretty much going to have to come out of pocket. So our thing is, if you're going to have to come out of pocket, it should be inexpensive. And when you get a lot of these things that say they are inexpensive, you know, like a lot of people talk about how the H4n is inexpensive, but that still could be 50 to 100 bucks on eBay or up to $200 brand new. And that's not inexpensive. If you're here and you're trying to make a movie for $1,000, $200 is literally 1/5 of your budget. So today we are dealing with the Ulanzi wireless Bluetooth mics. This is the whole kit of 2 wireless mics, and the receiver and the case is $40 and it works if you have they have versions for iPhone and they have versions for Android. It comes with 2 receivers. I'm gonna right here, they're smaller thing. A case that is a charging case, which if you've used Apple AirPods or any sort of Bluetooth earbuds, you're good to go. They're just the same kind of thing. You charge it, and then once the case is charged, then you can put them inside the case and it'll charge the case once you use. You get about 5 or 6 hours, give or take, somewhere in there, of continuous use. Both the case and the devices themselves are fast charging. It's good stuff. And like I said, 40 bucks, $40. Of course, with something like this, where you're talking about sound, we're going to do a test on sound right now. We are hooked into my iPhone, and so we're also recording this sound via one of the things that I'm wearing right now. So you're hearing that sound as I'm talking. So this is what it sounds like through your phone. The sound is pretty decent. It has different modes of dampening so that you can dampen surrounding noises. If you're shooting in a live location, then it has ways for you to be able to dampen the noise so that you're only getting the person who's speaking into the recorder. It has 3 modes of that. We used them in a short that we did recently that we used to basically test this new piece of equipment out. There's going to be more on that down the line, but here's some footage of the actors using the mics, and here's them recording in a live restaurant where there is not only patrons and people moving around, but also music playing in the background. I'm going to roll the footage right now.
I promise you I'm not scary. Scary's not all bad. I'm actually a bit of a horror nerd. One of my favorite things to do as a kid was I had this secondhand kid sister doll that my mom had represented important. I would take this doll to bed with me every night, and I would just like want it to come to life like Chucky. This conversation's not going anywhere good, is it?
I'm gonna choose to take that as a compliment.
There are pros and cons to using this equipment. It's not going to be perfect. First, the cons. First of all, you can only use it if you're recording via phone. So if you do manage to find some sort of, if you've got a friend with a camera or you manage to borrow a camera for whatever it is that you're shooting, it's not really going to be for that unless you're shooting like a second camera with an iPhone and just using it directly for the sound. Then, you know, but that presents its own kind of challenges or problems. But you can't use it for anything else other than shooting mobile. The other cons is that you can only do 2 at a time. So you can only mic 2 actors. You can try and cheat and get 2 actors and have the other actors sort of bunching close, but that'll give you mixed results, but you can try that. The other con, and this is kind of a big one, is that there's not real good option for monitoring sound. You can use Bluetooth headphones on your iPhone and monitor, but there's going to be a lag. There's a significant amount of, not a significant amount, but about a second and a half of lag. And so monitoring is difficult but not impossible. We came up with a fully wireless setup that we're going to explore in future episodes when we shot our short, and everything was wireless, but we did have some concessions, and one of them was the lag in the sound. So there's not really a good option in terms of monitoring. Other than that, the pros are, it's $40. The sound, as you've heard it, is pretty good. The biggest pro, which is sort of matches the biggest con, is that once you've got this sound, it is synced. Because you're recording in camera, basically, it saves you a big hassle in post of having to find all your sound files and then try to sync them together. And most of, non-linear editing programs, including DaVinci, will match the footage to the raw sound if you record sound separately. But this saves you that step. It's just your footage is in there and you can just start editing. Sound work is tedious work, and anything that will get rid of that is a win in my book. That's a big win. Would we buy the Ulanzis again? Absolutely. We plan on buying the smaller versions in the future because this one's a little hard to hide on actors. There's smaller versions that you can sort of hide better, but wireless mics are hard to hide in general on actors. But at least these don't come with a wireless battery pack that you have to hook your actor up to. We will be using these on the feature film that we're going to be making on this channel, so it's a win. I would recommend these wholeheartedly. There will be a link in the description to where you can buy them from, so look in the description below, as well as our social medias. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys get all of the updates. Next week we will be back with the results of our micro budget math in order to make our beat sheet, but that is next week. I hope you guys have gone back to the previous episodes on our Cinema Challenge series. So that's all we have for this week. You've got work to do.
Yeah, you love it, Qui-Gon Jinn.